Today is Thursday, the 2nd of February. It's 7 p.m. Moscow time. And yes, here is a small story. I'd like to quote something extravagant and probably familiar. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing, only I will remain. Do you have any idea where the quote is from? Okay, I'll tell you. It comes from the book Dune by Frank Herbert, where Paul Atreides, the son of Duke Leto Atreides I, used the litany when the Reverend Mother Gaia Helen Moham compelled him to put his right hand in a device that causes pain as a test of his presence of mind. The litany helped him to withstand the excruciating agony. Such powerful words. Sometimes we need similar words to overcome our fears and anxieties. Honestly speaking, I desperately need something like preparing before the regular demo. I'm joking, by the way. But I'd like to focus your attention on our product's main idea. We wouldn't like our users whispering and any mantras or even curses while using it. So we working hard to improve all aspects of our product, interface, user experience, and performance. And our main goal is totally removing any ordinary people's fear of blockchain technology, crypto markets, and other modern technological trends. That's the main point for today. Stay fearless, friends, and remember that fear is the small death. Don't let it win. Okay, let's move on to our current agenda. I've decided to split current agenda into 5 parts. Actual development. First, I would like to tell about our actual development and releases status for Android and iOS. Then I'm going to share our Parachains support status. Okay, let's start with our development status for Android. As you probably know from our announcement, we released a build last week. It included such features as convenient asset sorting in the wallet tab, Moonbeam, Moonriver, Statemine, Statemint, Parachains support, chain accounts export, networks management and node switching, some optimizations, improvements, and fixes. Today, I'm going to show you how these features works. And this week, we started another sprint, and I'll tell you about it a bit later. Regarding our development status for iOS, multi-assets functionality has been released last week. The most popular parachains are supported, and other are about to come. Some architectural changes have been made. They mostly relate to performance improvements and refactoring. And recently, we've been released Hotfix release 2.0.1, and another Hotfix release is being testing right now. Let's switch to our Parachains support status, and it's better to list some parachains we can support for now. But we are working hard to do that in the future. Regarding Kintsugi Parachain, there are some technical issues because they use ORML tokens and irregular balances and transfers, but we communicate with the interlay team very closely, and we are going to fix all technical issues very soon. Some networks like Genshiro Clover have the out-of-date runtime metadata version 12. That's why it's difficult to support them for now in our application. There are some technical issues regarding subsocial, but we will find out how to solve them. And some networks like Crest Shadow, Sakura, Zeitgeist, Affinity, etc., have not launched yet. So we will be ready to support them as soon as they launch. So today we don't have many features, but all of them are really important. So let's start with assert sorting feature. We can start with this first improvement. Since we released our version 2.0.0, we started getting requests from users. They complained that their asset list is rigid and inconvenient, and they had to scroll their screen up and down to find their tokens. By that time, we already had an efficient solution of the issue, but we didn't have enough time for implementing that. So we've decided to apply an easier but useful solution. The main ideas of automative sorting are as follows. At the top of the list, we show assets with tokens in descending order or of their value in fiat. Also, we can show some test parachain tokens or tokens without fiat price. You can see it here. So we have some quartz tokens that don't have any price in fiat, and dev tokens on Moonbase Alpha testnet. Below them, we expose the token list of relay chains and active parachains with zero balances in A to Z order. Finally, the app shows the tokens list of test networks with zero balances in A to Z order. Thus, assets with tokens are always on the top of the screen. And let's have a look how it works while we switch between our wallets. As far as you can see, we can easily switch between wallets, and our assets follows the order described above. Actually, some users may face UI glitches. For example, you may see slow and visible recombination of assets on the screen, but we are working on them, and the bug will be fixed soon. Let's proceed to the next important feature. It's importing Moonbeam wallet to the app. For the safety reasons, I'm going to use the Moonbeam test network, well known as Moonbase Alpha. Most of the users who contributed to Moonbeam crowdloan shared their Ethereum addresses. Then the Moonbeam Foundation distributed rewards to them. To see your tokens in Fearless Wallet, users, you should import your accounts into Fearless Wallet. And I'm going to demonstrate wallet import by using a mnemonic phrase. You should have your mnemonic phrase, and it's better to type it, not copy paste it, but I've already copied it to save time. Let's choose that wallet. at wallet. Then import wallet. Let's come up with some name. Let's let it be alpha. And paste here the mnemonic phrase and press next. So, and now we've got the wallet with the Moonbase Alpha chain account, and I've got some tokens here. To make sure that transfers are available, let's try to make a transfer. Let's switch to another wallet and copy its address. Let it be just this one. Copy address. Alpha account. Put send. Let's choose one dev token. Yes, continue. Confirm transfer. So we should wait. We should wait a bit. So as far as we can see, our balance has been decreased by 1 token. And to make sure that another account has been increased, let's go here. Yeah, that's correct. But history is not up to date for a while, but it takes time. Yes, since its balance has been increased by 1 token. Generally, that's all you should keep in mind about the importing Moonbeam Moonriver accounts. And it works absolutely the same way on Moonbeam Moonriver Parachains. Yes, now it's time to demonstrate how node management works. When we release the first version, just a moment. When we released the first version of the wallet with multi-asset support, we were in a hurry. So we didn't have enough time to implement network management and node switching functions. And as all of us know, nodes work unstable from time to time, and the best way to fix it is merely to switch to another node. Let me show how you can handle that in our wallet. We've got a pretty long way to the initial point of the flow for a while, but this week we're implementing a shorter and more convenient scenario. Let's get started. Actually, there are 2 possible points to start the flow. The first one is on the wallet screen. You should tap on the bird icon at the top right corner. Then tap on the eye control. Choose a parachain you have networking issues with. Tap on the ellipsis control, for example, Kusama. Choose switch node option. And finally, we are on the node management screen. So another way is to start with the setting tab. Let's go and let's repeat that. Again, tap on the eye control of the wallet, and then the flow is absolutely the same. Ellipsis control, switch node, and yeah, we're on the screen. Let's have a look which options are available here. We've got some default nodes. The app gets their addresses from the JSON file of our utils library. We can see some information about the node by tapping on the I control. Yeah, and we can copy a node address. And finally, we can add and delete a custom node. Let's do it for that case, like alpha. Yeah, that's completed, but it doesn't mean that it works actually. Basically, that's all about the feature. Let's move on. The next feature is chain account export. And it's really important because we don't have any claiming options in our wallet for a while. Some parachains like Acala, Moonbeam, and others have integrated that mechanism, and we will integrate claiming functions in our app for sure. But now the only way to claim reward tokens is to export the chain account from Fearless Wallet to Polkadot.js web extension. And let me show you where you can find the chain account export function. The way to get it is almost the same as the switch node function. So there are two starting points, wallet screen, bird, I control, ellipsis control, and export account. Yeah, and another way is to go to a setting tab, I control, ellipsis control, export account. And is usually we've got three options here. A mnemonic passphrase export, row seed export, JSON key store file export. Mnemonic is pretty straightforward. We should just memorize or write down a seed phrase and then repeat the correct order of words. It's worth noting that you can skip the confirmation step here. Yeah, the next option is row seed. And it may look quite frustrating for some users, but for safety reasons, it's impossible to copy a seed to the clipboard. It's better to write it down somewhere. Yeah, and JSON export has more steps like coming up with a password, confirmation of the password, and finally choosing a way to share or store your JSON key store file. Yeah, for example, Telegram. Actually, all these options were available in the previous versions of the app. So my goal is to show where you can find them in our new interface. Actually, that covers everything I wanted to show you today, and let's talk about our upcoming activities. Actually, we expect a quite busy month. We are already working hard on implementing an asset management feature. It allows you to hide and show some assets, change their order in the list, and so on. Kintsugi and some other parachain support is our priority for the current and the next sprint. We communicate with the interlay team to solve all possible technical issues. However, not all projects have launched their networks, as I mentioned before, so we are going to add new ones as soon as they are ready from a technical point of view. Also, we've completed the design for the wallet export feature, and we will start working on that soon. Some interface and user experience refinements are in our schedule as well. There might be some basic flow optimizations and display imbalances in various fiat currencies. Urgent fixes and improvements are in our schedule as well. Our builds aren't perfect, and we're working on that. And our community managers are always ready to help and consult you on various technical issues. They're also happy to get any useful feedback from you and give it to our development team. Regarding our iOS releases and sprints, as you may notice, Android build is a bit step ahead, and our iOS team's goal is to catch up with its Android teammates. So you can expect following features set shortly, like convenient asset sorting, Moonbeam, Moonriver, and other Parachains support, chain accounts export, network management, and node switching, and also urgent fixes and improvements. All Android features I already mentioned earlier will be integrated as well. Regarding designing new features, it's worth mentioning that we have already started working on some UI UX mockups and documentation for Moonbeam Moonriver collator staking. Also, our team has started researching and testing DApp connection features using Wallet Connect, Beacon project libraries, and so on. Some UI refinements are also in progress. It seems that it's all about our nearest activities, and yeah, I'm ready to have some questions from you if you would like to ask them.
Yeah, so I had a question about support for the SOAR network. Maybe you want to discuss the plans for that?
Yeah, sure. Actually, we are going to have some knowledge sharing sessions with the Sora team. Yeah, and we are going to support it as soon as it becomes the parachain. Yeah, and actually we have some plans to integrate Polkadot decentralized exchange. Yeah, actually we have a plenty of plans, but now we have some obligations regarding our grant and regarding our contracts, and yeah, we have some obligations for our community requests. So yeah, that's the main priority for us, to prepare all necessary functionality that we promised before. But immediately we finish working on that, on the urgent and obligatory features, we will start integrating something new and extremely interesting and useful for our community. So, do you have any questions? Any more questions? If not, I guess I have some reminder. Our application are supported all Kusama and Polkadot crowd loans, so you can contribute there. All new parachains will be added step by step as soon as corresponding technical and project issues are fixed. And vesting tokens claim isn't available in Fearless Wallet for a while. So if you would like to do it as soon as possible, if you would like to claim your tokens as soon as possible, it's better to export your account to the Polkadot.js extension and manage your tokens there. Finally, thank you very much for your attention and stay fearless.